What is up, guys? Jeremy here, and welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you guys the carbon setup I have on the 12 Pro Max. No jailbreak required for this setup. It looks really cool in my opinion. I took quite a few days to really fine-tune this setup and get it exactly the way I wanted. So I just wanted to make a video on it. And it's another very common question that people ask me is, can you do setup videos and how you do a setup on iOS 14. So I figured that whenever I have a really cool overall setup, I will share it with you guys. I will make everything that you guys see here available in the description. So if you guys want like this widget or the module for real weather that's set up there, or the dock shortcut, all of that will be linked down in the description so you guys can get it. But I did want to cover a setup. Now, I don't really have an agenda for this video. I'm just going to kind of freestyle it, I guess, and try my best to explain, creating a setup like this. Where do you start and how do you get to this point of it looking like this? One general thing I do want to mention when creating a setup, that you can really, make the overall setup look a lot better if you can make the colors flow together. The more you can make it all flow, the more coherent it looks, and the better it's going to look in the end. And I'll explain more about this later in the video of what applications I use to color match and to make everything look coherent and flow together. But to start this off, basically the first thing I do when I'm going to start a setup is figure out which icons I want to use. That's usually the number one starting point, is what icons, what theme am I going to use for my icons, and then you can build off of those. That's really, at least for me, the starting point. I mean, there's other ways you could do it. You could start with a widget and build off that widget, but I like to start with the icons. It just makes it easier. Then you have a color palette to go off of and all that. So the icons I used for this setup are called Carbon. They're available from Nikon on Twitter, as you guys can see here. These are premium icons. It costs $5 to get Carbon, but if you ask me, $5 for icons that look like this, it's so worth it. It's these icons are literally a work of art. He probably spent many hours creating all of these different icons, and they look absolutely stunning. The detail is just incredible. So to me, the icons are worth $5. Some of you might not want to pay that, then maybe look for a free theme or something like that. But these are the icons that I use for this setup. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous. I am, very willingly going to pay $5 for this theme. So that's the theme I used, and I just think it looks gorgeous. It's really a work of art. You're displaying someone's work of art. And I think that that's a big part of creating a setup is, figuring out these icons, having a relationship with these icons to really kind of, get a vibe, with your setup. It's very important to have a connection with them in some sort of way. If you're just doing this to do it, you're not doing it right. You really want to have some sort of connection with the style of icons and figure out where you want to go from those. So basically what I did is, let's make this more of a tutorial now than more than me preaching at you guys. So I got the icons, I went into Iconboard, I created the icons that I wanted to use with Iconboard. As you guys can see there, I've done videos on Iconboard in the past. If you guys want to see how that works, check the links in the description. But I created all of the third-party icons from Iconboard, and then I went through and any of the Apple applications I created with shortcuts. Again, I've covered how to do this in the past as well, how you can create, applications from shortcuts. And the reason I do Apple applications from shortcuts is because that way it does not redirect. You just occasionally get an annoying shortcut banner, but it still opens to the app. And after you've used it a while, you do get used to it, and it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I've used Iconboard for the icons. I've used shortcuts to create Apple applications like messages or phone or settings. And now that I've done that, I can pretty much figure out, what widget I want to use. Now, it was helpful in the creating of the icons is I used this terminal app icon for the shortcuts application, as you guys can see there. And that inspired the widget that I'm using. Now, this is actually a widget from the community on Widgy. If you guys scroll down here, you can actually find this widget. And there it is right there, Terminal V2. So pretty much what I did is I went into it and then I did edit as copy because I wanted to refine it just a little bit because in my opinion, it wasn't quite perfect for this setup. So I went through and I refined it slightly by squishing the text in just a little bit. I changed the background just slightly. I changed the bottom line of text there that shows my available, space on my 12 to a green to just give it a little bit more accent to flow with the setup. So thanks to that icon, I figured out what widget I wanted to use, but usually that's the process. I get my icons ready and then I'll either create a widget or figure out what kind of widget I want to use. Generally speaking, I usually just create it with Widgy from scratch. But this one was pre-made for me, ready to go, inspired by one little icon, and I just think it looks really, really cool. So at that point, I have figured out icons, I have figured out what Widgy I want to use. The next step was getting Real Weather version 4 set up for it. Now, I knew that I wanted to use Real Weather just because in this widget, it's only device information. There's no weather, and I love having weather available on my home screen. So what I did is I actually went into the module here, module 4 for the home screen. I copied the original and then created a new one. I renamed it at the end iDM2, and you go through and you edit the entire module to look the way you want. So pretty much I can show you guys actually here. If we go into my photos, I have, this is actually the original setup. This is like mid created, or mid done, I guess you could call it. So at this point I had the icon set up. I figured out which widget I wanted to use. As you can see, I still didn't make any edits to it. It's the original Terminal V2. And then I enabled Real Weather, and this is where I kind of decided how I wanted to set Real Weather up. So this is what it looked like originally, and after making the edits, this is what it looks like now. So as you can see, it's kind of a before and after to give you guys an idea of where I was about halfway through with this setup to where I have come to. So it's probably a pretty useful image, but like I said, for Real Weather, I just simply went through and edited all of the elements to move them around and make it look the way it does. If you guys want this module, I'll make it available in the description in case you guys want to use this exact Real Weather setup. So like I said, it'll be available in the description. So now that I have the icons, I have a widget, I have Real Weather ready to go. The next thing is what I did is I started color matching to make the accents of different areas match icons and make it a little bit more coherent. As you can see, my subscriber count is the same tone as the flower in that app icon. So color matching is very, very important in a setup. I can't stress how important making your colors all the same is. Now, I use an application, let's see here, it is called Drop. So this is a color picker application, and I do have the paid version, but you can get this for free. There's just ads, but as you can see, it's called Drop Color Palette. So what you can do is create a palette, and then from a photo, so all I did was took a screenshot of my home screen of icons that I wanted colors from. You go to pick colors, and we can just choose a screenshot here. So as you can see, here's the screenshot of my current setup. Now, if I wanted to get that same green that is in that flower, I can just touch on the screen here. And as you can see, you can hover over it to get the exact green you want. And there is that exact color. Now from here, you can go to adjust, and you can get the hex code directly from this application. You can actually select on it, select all, copy, and now I have the hex code of that exact green that is found in this theme. So this is a very useful application. I use this app all the time. I use it almost every setup. So it's very important in how I create setups. So now that I have that green color, I can go into real weather, I can edit the green to be that green. I can go into Widgy and change that green of that bottom line to be that exact same green that is in that app icon. I've done the same thing on the second page here with social widget. So my subscriber count is the same tone as the flower icon in the lower left. So huge important part to creating setups is making your colors flow, make them the same, work off of a color palette. It's very easy to do when you're working with a lot of grays or dark grays and light grays, and then you have little bursts of color in there. Very easy to do this. I think Moan is probably one of the best setup creators that I've seen using, certain palettes of color to really, accentuate a setup. I mean, there's some other great people out there that are good at doing it as well. So I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name, but I know Moan is one of the best at this. ATT57 is really good at this as well. There's some other great people that are, really good at it, like Ross, he's good at it. Elise is good at it. And there's a bunch of other people that are very good at, getting color tones correct and just letting it all flow together. And that, like I said, is very important. So this is an app that I use all the time, the Drop app. Now, the next thing I did after I got some colors matching is I wanted the Real Weather font to be the same as the Widgy font. Now, after you've done enough customization, you'll start memorizing iOS built-in fonts and what they look like. So I knew that this was using Menlo, so I wanted to make the Real Weather font the same. Another great application to have is called iFont. I believe this is yet another free application. And what you can do is you can go to the More section in the lower right there, and you can go into Installed Fonts here, and it'll show you all of the different fonts that are installed. I did test this out. You cannot install third-party fonts and use it system-wide. It just doesn't work on iOS, so you cannot install custom fonts. But what you can use this app for is to look up the names of the built-in iOS fonts that you can use, with like Real Weather or, in different areas of iOS. You can use these built-in fonts that Apple has given you. And like I said, I'm using Menlo for the Widgy and for Real Weather. So if you go to Menlo, you can see here it shows you previews. It shows you the names. And then what I did is I went into the Real Weather version 4 or module 4 module here. And I went down and I changed the fonts to the Menlo Bold on some and then Menlo Regular on the others. And I also changed the sizing of those. But that's how I looked up, or that's how you can look up the fonts, so you can make your fonts even more coherent as well. Same thing, I made the gray in some of that font, the same tone of gray that is in the theme. Kept one white, made one green to just give it a balance. Same as up here, you got white, gray, and then I have a green at the bottom. It's all about, having a balance, having a color palette, and just making it all flow together. So once I have the colors set up, the fonts set up, the next step is putting the dock in. That's really easy with the ShowDock shortcut. I covered this in the past as well. ShowDock allows you to use invisible dock overlays, and it's really, really cool. Again, I'll leave the video for that in the description. So I created the dock, and then the last thing I did was made the background. Now this is, not something you guys can really just do easily. I use Pixelmator to create these. So if I go in here, this is actually the wallpaper that I'm using. So I pretty much created all the different elements. The dock, like I said, is from the ShowDock shortcut, but the rest of it is created within Pixelmator, just using shapes, shapes and shadows. I have some clouds in the wallpaper as well that you guys might not be able to see in video, but there are some clouds that are at the bottom that just make it look even better. But I've used Pixelmator to create the background that you guys are seeing. So that's kind of all just from scratch. You can't really give a guide on how to do that. So I'll make the wallpaper available for you guys as well if you want to use it. It's sized for the 12 Pro Max. So if you guys have a different iPhone, it might not line up correctly, but if you have a 12 Pro Max, it'll all line up perfectly and you could use it for your setup. But like I said, you know, that's pretty much how I've created this setup. I believe that's from start to finish. That's everything I did, is the icons, the widget, you know, real weather, the dock, and then the background. It's all, you know, in play here to give your iPhone a cool setup like this. Like I said, work with colors, work with color palettes, you know, get a clear idea of what you want to do. Don't rush it. I spent probably 4 days on this setup and looking at it and just trying to decide, you know, how I wanted it to look. But like I said, guys, I will leave helpful tutorial videos in the description if you guys want to discover on how to do certain things. I will leave links for, you know, every part of the setup. I'll leave a link for the Widgy QR. I'll leave a link for the real weather module for download and all that. So everything will be in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed this very long tutorial on how I go through creating a setup. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.